Welcome to the Best Startup Idea Ever podcast, where unique ideas can become future trends. Today, we'll explore 3 creative business models, all inspired by the coconut. From coconut ice cream made for people on a diet, to a super handy coconut draw tool, and even eco-friendly boxes for storing pastries. 3 products, 3 fresh, creative, and promising perspectives. This is proof that sometimes, with just one familiar ingredient, you can start a completely different startup journey. Story 1. Today's story is about an ice cream scoop, but not just for refreshment. It's a symbol of persistence and a sweet beginning, all starting from a coconut. Welcome to the journey of Coconut Girl, a startup that captured not only customers' taste buds but also the attention of Shark Tank investor Mark Cuban. From passion to product, coconut ice cream for the health-conscious, it all began with Francesca Yamsuan, a woman who loved food and healthy living. She didn't just want desserts that tasted good, they also had to be clean, guilt-free, and in line with her lifestyle. From that need, she started making her own coconut-based ice cream. No refined sugar. No dairy. No preservatives. Her recipe followed the paleo diet, one of the most popular clean eating trends today. It wasn't just dessert, it was a message. You can enjoy sweet treats and still take care of your body. And as we all know, when a product solves a real need, it can grow faster than any big budget marketing campaign. Shark Tank, a golden opportunity, and a big challenge in 2020, Francesca appeared on Shark Tank, where small businesses pitch their dreams, and not all make it through. She came in asking for $180,000 in exchange for 18% equity. But she didn't just bring a product. She brought her story and belief in building a healthier ice cream brand. And it worked. Mark Cuban, one of the toughest sharks to impress, said yes, offering the same $180,000 for a slightly higher 20%. Francesca agreed. And with that handshake, Coconut Girl turned the page to a new chapter. Then came the pandemic, and a test of survival after Shark Tank aired, the brand gained massive attention. But soon after, COVID-19 hit, shaking up the food industry. Supply chains broke. Retail stores shut down. Customers' shopping habits changed overnight. Coconut Girl felt the pressure too. But instead of giving up, Francesca focused on smart distribution and her core products. She didn't rush to expand. Instead, she doubled down on quality, packaging, and brand identity, getting ready for the big comeback once the market recovered. And it paid off. By 2023, Coconut Girl reached $2.5 million in revenue. From a home kitchen idea, it grew into a national brand, landing shelf space in Whole Foods, Central Market, and Bristol Farms. These are big-name retailers, and getting in isn't easy. The lesson: sweet success isn't about luck. Coconut Girl didn't succeed just because it tasted good. Let's be real, the ice cream market is fierce, with hundreds of new flavors and brands launching every year. What made Francesca different? She knew exactly who her customers were, people following paleo or plant-based diets, looking for something sweet but still healthy. She built a product from her own personal need, something she truly believed in. She grew slowly and intentionally, not chasing fast expansion. And most importantly, she stayed flexible, adapting quickly when things didn't go as planned, especially during the pandemic. A spoonful of ice cream, a scoop of inspiration. Coconut Girl is a powerful reminder for anyone dreaming of starting a business. One small scoop of ice cream can carry a big dream, if you know who you're serving and you're ready for the long road. The key isn't just having a good product. It's having the patience and focus to make sure your product truly connects with the people who need it, and the strength to push through challenges when they come out of nowhere. So if you're still stuck, wondering what idea to pursue, maybe take a step back. Think about what you deeply care about, just like Francesca did with her coconut ice cream. You might discover that the most powerful brand idea is already in your daily life, just waiting for you to believe in it enough to share it with the world. Story 2. Imagine this. You're standing on a tropical beach, blue skies, golden sunlight, gentle waves. And in your hand is a fresh, cold coconut. Sounds perfect, right? But then you realize, there's no knife, no straw, and no way to open it with just your hands. Suddenly, that perfect moment becomes a little frustrating. But that changed, thanks to a small but clever invention, Cocoa Taps, a tool that lets you tap a coconut and drink straight from it. No knife, no mess, no hassle. It all started with a coconut, and a small problem. We often think that great business ideas have to involve high-tech or complicated systems. But sometimes, a simple everyday problem, like how to drink fresh coconut water easily, can become the start of $1 million business. The founder of Cocoa Taps noticed something important. Coconut water is healthy and loved by many people. But the way we usually drink it, not so easy. You need a sharp knife. You have to cut the husk. Maybe you spill the water. And if you're at a resort, a beach bar, or a summer event, drinking coconut water should be relaxing, not stressful or messy. So, Cocoa Taps created a simple tool, small, easy to use. Just twist it into the bottom of the coconut, attach a little tap, and enjoy. When a small thing makes a big difference. Cocoa Taps didn't invent coconuts. They didn't invent straws, either. What they did was improve the experience of enjoying something natural, and made it more accessible, fun, and mess-free. And that brings us to the first lesson. A great startup idea doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to solve a real problem, better than anyone else. With its smart design, Cocoa Taps didn't just help individual users enjoy coconuts more easily. It also opened up huge opportunities in markets like hotels and restaurants, ecotourism resorts, outdoor festivals and wellness events, tropical-themed weddings and beach bars. Small product, big market. Cocoa Taps is proof that a simple product can go far, if it's positioned the right way. They weren't just selling a tool. They were selling an experience, fresh, convenient, fun. That message hit home with modern customers who want things to be fast, natural, and safe. And thanks to social media, their product, a cute coconut with a mini tap, became super shareable and easy to remember. The result? Their sales steadily grew. Cocoa Taps started showing up at international events, health festivals, and luxury resorts. It became known as the small tool with big impact. A lesson from a coconut tap. Cocoa Taps is not a tech company. They don't have a massive factory. And they didn't need millions of dollars to get started. They simply saw a small, annoying moment and found a smart way to fix it. Here's what they did right. They found a growing market, health-conscious people who love natural coconut water. They understood what was stopping people, the difficulty of opening a coconut. They created a simple tool to remove that barrier. And most importantly, they kept it fun and relatable. No need to talk about calorie counts or health indexes. They just showed the moment someone taps into a fresh coconut and takes a sip, and that was enough. So what can we learn? If you're struggling to find a startup idea, don't only look for high-tech solutions. Look around your daily life. Maybe the problem you should solve isn't in a lab, but in something ordinary that happens every day. Just like Cocoa Taps turned a frustrating coconut moment into a joyful experience, you might also turn a simple struggle into your own breakthrough. Who knows, your $1 million idea might start with something as small as a coconut, and end with a smile on someone's face. Story 3. Imagine this. You've just come home from the bakery with a beautiful cake. The frosting is smooth. The decorations are perfect. The sweet smell fills the room. You can't wait to cut a slice and take that first bite. But then, you realize you can't finish it all in one go. And then comes the sad truth that every dessert lover knows. By the next morning, the frosting has hardened, the cake is dry, and that fresh from the bakery feeling is gone. That's where Coco Jack Kitchen Tools comes in. Not to make better cakes, but to make sure those good cakes stay delicious until the very last bite. A box. Born from a sweet frustration, we often say that we eat with our eyes first. But what if the cake you saved has crusty edges, frosting stuck to plastic wrap, or smells like fridge leftovers? Not exactly the kind of treat you look forward to. Coco Jack saw a small but real problem here. The cake is still good, but it's not kept in the right way. So they designed a special cake storage box, not just any box, but one that keeps your cake fresh, soft, and tasty. Just like when you bought it. From a simple idea to a standout on Shark Tank, sure, food containers are nothing new. But Coco Jack took a fresh approach. First, their boxes are reusable and eco-friendly, perfect for today's customers who care about sustainability. Second, the smart design fits many cake sizes and shapes, no squishing, no smashed frosting, and no need for plastic wrap. Third, they knew how to tell a great story. That's why Coco Jack got featured on Shark Tank, where they impressed both viewers and investors. It may seem like just a box, but this small product solved 3 big needs at once: food quality, presentation, and environmental care. That's what made it different. The bigger lesson behind a cake box: look deeper, and you'll see Coco Jack reflects a smart trend in startups today, focusing on the post-purchase experience. Not just the moment when a customer pays for the product, but what happens after they take it home and actually use it. Because let's be honest, a cake can be made by any bakery. But if the customer remembers how fresh it still tasted 2 days later, they'll remember Coco Jack, not the bakery. From cake to cash flow, no one would expect a cake box to turn into a 6-figure business. But Coco Jack made it happen. No need for fancy tech. No need to scale big right away. They simply solved a real problem for a real audience, people who love cake and want to enjoy every slice, not just the first one. And that brings us back to one of the simplest truths in entrepreneurship. A startup idea doesn't have to be huge. It just needs to be right. You don't need to change the whole world. Sometimes, you just need to keep one slice of cake soft for 48 hours, and that's enough to win someone's heart. So what can you take from this? If you're searching for a startup idea, don't only think big. Pay attention to the small, everyday things around you. A cake that dries out too fast. A cup of coffee that gets cold too soon. A muddy pair of shoes after the rain. In those tiny frustrations, there might be a market waiting, one that no one has noticed yet. And just maybe, like Coco Jack, you'll be the first to open the box and find something truly sweet inside.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you find best idea ever stories inspiring or valuable lessons, please share them with your friends. Don't forget to follow the channel to continue exploring other bold startup journeys with me. See you in the next episode, where every idea, no matter where it comes from, can become the seed of a big dream.
Thank you for being here with me. You're incredible.